Hello community, this is our annual Operation Christmas Child. What we pack, what we give, and why we do this as our businesses and as our family. I'm sorry that my voice is hanging on today. So this is kind of what I call the Rolls Royce. Say that 3 times. Maserati of Operation Christmas boxes. And I say that because we're giving items that are like higher cost, higher price, but I'm going to tell you why in a little bit. So something that I love to give is a camping USB solar lamp. A lot of them have no access to electricity, and so giving them a solar lamp that they can do their homework at night, it can charge a device. And I've even heard of some of these kids using it as a little micro business that they can charge their neighbors and people in their community to charge their device. So that is a great little thing. I'll put links in the description, all these things. Got this on Amazon. A little deflated ball with a pump is a great community tool. They might have one rag soccer ball in the whole community to share, all the kids. And so getting a pump with a ball is a really great tool. Also a little higher priced, totally worth it to get a quality actual soccer ball, not like a Dollar Tree foam ball that's gonna get ripped up. Okay, solar calculator. Again, the reason I like to do solar is because a lot of them have no Walmarts, they don't have Rite Aids, they don't have Walgreens to get batteries. And so having a solar powered tool can last for years. And it would be so helpful. A lot of these kids can't finish school. They can't go on to higher levels of education because they don't have access to some of these tools, simple tools. Another thing that I like to throw in is a protractor set, a ruler set. Again, for the older kids that usually get forgotten in Operation Christmas Child, having some older school tools is really helpful for them to go on to high school, encourage them to go to engineering, go into the trades, go into some of the building, the contracting, because they need to build their communities. This is important. These get shipped out by the millions all over the far reaches of the earth in the very remote areas. They're carried by camel, they're carried by canoe, they're carried up mountains, and so these kids might have that one opportunity to get something that they've never ever seen, never ever done. And so I've heard stories, they've been going on for 20 years doing this. Kids that are in these remote regions, they get these boxes and then it encourages them to get education, to get to the States, to start their life. And so we're seeing stories of like second generation Operation Christmas Child. Entire schools are being formed now, entire churches are being formed just by a simple box. And so we love doing this. So toothpaste is banned. The actual tube of toothpaste, but they make pellets now that are like a chewable, foamy, it goes in the mouth, and I can put them in a little Ziploc bag for them, and that way they still have access to good dental care without having that, tube of toothpaste that can get caught in customs. And so having an ability to have some of these in a Ziploc bag can really help them with their dental care. All right, obviously washcloths, soap, the basics, deodorant, Band-Aids, a lot of these things we can get from the Dollar Tree. For girls, this is what I like to do as a special thing for the girls, because with girls, especially in these remote regions, they have periods, okay guys? Half of the world has to deal with this. Half of the population of the world has periods, okay? Now, for a little girl that's starting their period at 12, 13, 14, 15, and let's say they start in the middle of the school and they don't have access to sanitary pads and they don't have access to tampons like people in the States usually do. They would skip school. They will leave entire years of education to stay home and not be embarrassed to have stains on their clothes. And so the ability to empower a young lady to give them a sanitary, reusable sanitary pack that they can use to help them continue their education is so empowering, and they can reuse these. This is from a company called Rovtoff. I got them off of Amazon. I'll put the link below. But it's basically, let me show you. Okay, so this would be a sample sanitary napkin. and it would be something that they can put in their clothes, in their underwear. Then they can reuse it when they go to the river to wash their clothes. They don't have access to modern washer dryers like we do. Most of these sites are so remote, and so they're going with a little bag to go to the river to wash their little sanitary napkin. And just to have the ability and the empowerment to do that is so important. I want to see these girls finish school. A lot of times if they don't finish school, they end up on the streets. They end up in a bad situation. Every time a girl is not able to go in school and finish, they are most likely to get impregnated, get in the sex trade, or do other things that would keep them in this poverty cycle. And so just a simple gift of sanitary napkins would really, really help and empower some young ladies to finish their education and get them out of the cycle of poverty. Let me show you some other things that I like to bring. This is a really cool little thing that I saw on another YouTuber. And what she does is she puts a Dollar Tree shower curtain in there. And I thought, I don't know why people would need that, but when she explained it, it was really cool. You can cover things. It's a waterproof small membrane that you can cover items in your house. A lot of them are in torrential downpours, monsoons, and so to be able to just have a simple tarp to cover their gear. It becomes a wet bag that you can go to the river with your clothes. It becomes a poncho to cover themselves and to cover their backpack as they're going to school in the rain. You can just use it in a lot of different ways to keep care of your stuff, because again, a lot of them don't have access to plastic bags, giant tarps, and so that is a great little utility tool. I love that. If you have room in your pouch to have a water bottle, for them to put some of their supplies and whatever, water bottles are great because that way they can travel to school, the 3-mile walk that they can with their water bottle, with the things that they need. Also in the mail, I'm so excited. It didn't come in time for this video, but I have Life Straws coming in, and Life Straws are great because they're able to access clean water anywhere. They can literally go into the dirtiest puddle filled with pee and poop and drink clean water for real. They are a humanitarian aid association specializing in helping kids get out of the poverty cycle, get out of getting debilitating stomach worms and diseases, parasites that can get in very, very big water sources. Cholera, typhoid, a lot of these things are very common in some of these remote regions, especially if you don't have a sanitary system and you're in a city and you have just urine all up and down the streets and everybody's walking in it, everybody's peeing in it, everybody's stepping in it, and you're trying to raise a family in that environment, and that's very common. And so I'm so excited. I'm putting 4 Life Straws in each, one in each of our boxes. I would love to hear what you guys are putting in your Operation Christmas boxes, like chapstick, crayons, erasers, all those other basic things that they can have for their school boxes. And I would love to see what you guys are doing. Please tag me below. Thank you guys. God bless.